I thought I'd change setting for the next few things I'd like to talk about. Number one, this dude named Harville Hendrix, or something like that, or Hexville, HH, I'll leave at that, was a therapist back in late 1900s. Don't remember exactly when, but he came up with a concept of Imago therapy with his now wife. And so the idea behind Imago therapy, or how he stumbled upon this idea, which will also tell you what the idea is, was through his sessions with couples. He began to notice that a lot of the couples would say things like, "You're just like my mother," or "You're just like my father," blah, 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 or "You're just like my stepfather," blah, blah, blah. Things relate to that. And he was also a teacher at a university, I believe. And so once he kind of started to notice that, I'm like, that's an interesting observation. He went and kind of started to put out his idea, just to see like it hits. And he noticed he started to get a lot of traction. People want him to do more talks, lectures about it. They want to hear more because they're like, oh yeah, that's so relatable, At first they're a little hesitant, of course, like, oh shit, I'm dating my mother or father. It's kind of weird, but he pretty much noticed that pattern, or people start to realize that pattern, it has some truth behind it. So the idea is that as we were children, we have deep impressions or deep memories of, I guess you can call it traumas, from your parents, because his idea is you're born whole, because in the womb you're like in an enlightened state. You have everything, you're just pure awareness, you're just bubbling, you're fed, you don't have to do anything, you're all completely taken care of, you're whole. And even when you're first born, you're kind of everything for you, every need of yours is met. You don't even know that you're a self. But you start to age, and around like 2 years old, I don't know exactly when, but you start to age in your formative years, and you start to want some independence, so you go out on your own. But things happen, you have certain emotions, whether sadness, anger, and sometimes your parents don't react the best way to those emotions. Maybe you're whining and they're like, oh, stop whining. Or you want to go out and explore somewhere, but your parents are scared. They're like, oh no, I don't want you to get hurt, which kind of restricts the child and kind of leaves that impression on them that, oh shit, the world is a scary place. And pretty much these get stored in the deep parts of our mind, or I don't know, deep parts of our mind, but somewhere in our mind, and they follow us throughout life. And unconsciously, we gravitate towards relationships where what's the word for this? Where these situations are repeated in a way. I think he says it's the brain wanting to heal or some shit, or I can be described as any way, but the idea is that we gravitate towards these relationships, and what Imago therapy is using your relationship to heal for both you and your partner. So it's a way for you guys to go back to, or to figure out what your needs are, how your parents affected you, how it manifests in the relationship, and what you can do to reconsole them, is that a word? Or I guess fix them, which is pretty freaking mind-blowing if you think about it, how deep of or just how our childhood affects us so much. And it's kind of fucked in a way. It's like, man, you're pretty much given that you're gonna have psychological problems. Obviously, I'm not talking about where you're completely fucked up, because I'm a pretty normal dude, but most of us are pretty normal people, yet we 100% do have these little psychological things that maybe someone is a little scared of attachment. So if their partner acts a little weird, they might be, what did I say again? Scared of attachment. So if their partner is, okay, scratch that. Say someone is scared of attachment because their parents were too restrictive of them, they might get scared of commitment, for example, and other situations like that. He lists a bunch of other examples. I think I wrote them down, but that kind of gives you the big picture. So where was I? Oh, kind of messed up how it's kind of a given we're going to have some of these issues, but it's kind of cool how we have the opportunity to do that since we gravitate towards those relationships to fix them. And yeah, what's also what's kind of nuts about having come across this idea is that recently, one, I've just been interested in my dreams because I was reading how Carl Jung analyzed dreams as a gate into the subconscious and stuff, and there are symbols that are representative of our unconscious state within it. So I'm like, hell yeah, I want to analyze myself more, like what's going on in there. Two, so relating to that idea is the fact that there's been a quite reoccurring theme in my dreams recently have been babies. Not sure why, which is very strange, you know? It's like, why the hell am I dreaming about babies? Well, one of the dreams, I was holding a baby. It was my cousin's baby when I was in Lebanon just a couple months ago. And it's like I was holding it, and then it transformed, its face transformed into mine, and I was crying or something. Last night, it was like some sort of demonic baby. I have no clue, but probably symbols related to some childhood shit I need to figure out, which I'm very open to and looking forward to seeing, like what attachment style, or what was my attachment style, how did I not get what I need when I was younger, and whatnot, you know, because why the hell not? Self-awareness is the ultimate goal. And yeah, but anyway, what else? Oh, so also just learning about IRT, Imago relationship therapy, I think it's called, is freaking another sick idea of it, but it's kind of nuts how that came up, or I found that while this has been going on recently. Plus, if you've seen the tarot card reading video, which I urge you to watch, or my blog post on it, which is even better than the video, TBH, there are some spiritual healings apparently in my future, which I believe these are it, because these are kind of really the only other things I need to look inwards about, you know, see what's going on there. But maybe there is also more stuff that I'll find out later, but I don't know. I feel pretty okay. Yeah, but anyway, what was I about to say? There was another interesting thought that came up to me. IRT. Oh, another interesting idea in IRT is the reason relationships are necessary to heal, because the entirety of our life is relational. We're always in relation to other, and we are social creatures, and a lot of our behavior is dictated by who we are with, and we change depending on who we are with, you know? So there's this idea in therapy that you need to do like self-work, like actualize yourself, which is definitely important, but this is a whole other side of the coin, because we're not only just an autonomous being. A lot of our lives have been made up, or are made up by our relationships to other people and our interactions with them, and how we interact with them. Within our interactions with other people, there's a lot to find out about who we are, given how we respond to a variety of scenarios, you know, positive and negative. So that should be all for this video, I believe. Thank you for listening to me rant. Like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, dudes. Shout out my 4 subscribers, which I think are just all friends. But hopefully, this video, well, I think this is I talked about a lot of interesting video on this. I talked about a lot of interesting video on this idea. Anyway, time to edit the video. Peace.